Hello, it's Bill, the Knee Pain Guru, and welcome to the Thursday, September 27th edition of Knee Club. For those that are watching, sorry about that. Weather's going to be happening here shortly. I'm going to shut off the ringer. For those that are watching the replay and you have questions that you would like to send in, please send those in to customer service at thekneepainguru.com. Put in the subject line Knee Club. Carol, just so you know, I just saw some questions that came in about 10-15 minutes ago from you. Those would be best addressed by sending in those emails. Email the customer service at thekneepainguru.com. Put in the subject line Knee Club. And I will know you like them addressed on this call. Otherwise, I would address them on the next Quit Your Quack call. So there's a distinction there, and it's important because not everybody that's in Quit Your Quack is in Knee Club. Not everybody that's in Knee Club is in Quit Your Quack, just so you know. Okay, let's get to the training for today. Let's see, where is the training? Where's the training? Let me share my screen here. My screen went away. So this is the Knee Club training for September 27th, 2018. We're going to dig deeper into trauma. Anytime the body feels pain, there is some level of trauma that's going on in the body. And this led me to this quote by Danielle Burnock: trauma is personal. It does not disappear if it is not validated. When someone enters the pain and hears the screams, healing can begin. So here's the interesting piece about when we understand knee pain as it relates to trauma, or as it is trauma, is when we hear the screams or we are able to enter the pain, that is the place where we slow down and we're present with the specific pain pattern interrupt that is getting the pressure off of the nerve. When we do that, we're creating the space for the neurological change to take place in the body and for the body to realign with comfort. And this is big. If we experience the pain and we go into the trauma of the brain racing and trying to figure out all the things we need to do, and do I need to exercise or stretch or do all these other things, that's the trauma perpetuating. When we can slow our mind down and be present with what's going on with the trauma, get the pressure off of the nerve and change that neurological response, that is what Danielle Burnock is talking about. Healing can begin. So that's the initial step in the healing process. When we slow down, we get the pressure off of the nerves, we create relief in the knee, in the physical body, and now the shifting can begin. So, goes to the training for today. Trauma creates a skip in the record. And what do I mean by that? The loop that the body gets stuck in. It's like a cork that keeps spinning and doesn't go down the drain. That the pattern keeps coming around and around and around and around, and there's no movement either way. It doesn't really get worse. It doesn't really get better. It doesn't really change. The trauma gets stuck in the neurology. So the recognition that the pattern keeps coming back is the understanding that there's trauma stuck somewhere. So what does trauma do? Trauma confuses, trauma speeds up, trauma frustrates. And when that happens, I will hear clients say, I don't know what to do. There's so many things. I can't think of what the best thing to do, and nothing works, and this and that. And that's that place that Danielle Burnock was talking about. We have to be present. We have to enter the pain and hear the screams. When we hear the screams, that's when we're creating comfort. We're actually acknowledging that the knee is in pain, and we're not doing something to make it scream worse. We're actually doing something like a baby that's crying, we're supporting our knee in a way that allows the tension to be reduced. So what is the kind of the lesson here and begin moving forward from here is the recognizing when trauma is happening. And you can listen to the members of these calls. They will indicate when the trauma is kind of presenting themselves. And when you can start recognizing it in another person, and you can begin recognizing it in yourself, now you're going, oh, being able to identify it. The recognition provides the mode for change. So the recognition of that trauma that is bubbling up, causing the confusion, the frustration, and speeding things up, now we can start shifting those things. The other piece is in that place when the trauma is happening, slow down and feel the emotion that's trying to come up. A lot of times we don't want to feel the emotion. I don't want to feel the anger, the sadness, the depression, the frustration, whatever that is. That is related to the knee pain or the pain in the body. I don't have time. I got to suck it up. I got to get the kids to school. I got to go on vacation. I got to get to work. I got to get this job done. I got to do this project. I got to work on this to-do list. And what ends up happening is we take those emotions that are trying to come up and come out, and they get stuck. These emotions get stuck, and when we push them down, they don't go away. They don't disappear. They're still there, even though we're not aware of them. And on some level, the nervous system has to shut down in order to handle the fact that we're suppressing these emotions that are coming up. This is not to say that we're going on these tangents of these outrageous outbursts of emotion and going crazy about what's happening in the knee. This is calming yourself down and allowing that to the emotion to come up and come out in a way that there's no drama. We're being present with it. We're just feeling it. And here's the cool part, and I've spoken about this on previous knee club calls, is those emotions can only last like 90 seconds to 3 minutes. Like that charge that comes up can only last 90 seconds to 3 minutes. Anything longer than that, we're actually holding on to the emotion. Something to think about. And when we create those pain pattern interrupts, when we get the pressure off of the nerves, this facilitates the release of those emotions in the physical body as it connects to the mind and the emotions as well. It all intertwines. So we're working on many different levels at the same time when we're doing the pain pattern interrupts. So what do you do when you feel pain? Slow yourself down. Recognize that a pattern is coming up and create comfort. It's like we double down on comfort. The more we create comfort in the presence of pain, the faster we can move through pain. And that's worth repeating. The more we can create comfort in the presence of pain, the faster we can get out of pain. I may have changed it the second time, but you could do the replay. Okay, all the calls are recorded. The calls go into the members area. You can watch these at any point in time. As a matter of fact, as a member of Knee Club, you have 3 years worth of videos, so you have a lot that'll keep you busy. Now we're going to go into the live Q&A. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. Carol, I did point out that I saw you posted the questions in the Quit Your Quack program, and I normally answer those in those time frames. And if you wanted questions answered here, you would send those in with, well, here it is. Send the questions at customer service at thekneepainguru.com. Put in the subject line Knee Club. The reason why, and I know you just started the other week, but what it does is it keeps separate because not everybody is in both places. However, what I will do is I will read those, which you posted in there, and read those to what you posted in the Quit Your Quack, and read those today here. So we can go over those. Okay, so now we're going to go on to questions. Joan sent in a question the other day. Hi, Bill. I was doing really well, even when dancing for the first time in a few years. Had a great time. I may have overdone it, although it felt good afterwards. A tiny bit of inflammation that went away in a day or so later. That was a week and a half ago. I am finding this weekend, after having done some work on my left leg, that was beginning to act up. I am having more discomfort in my right knee now in new areas of my knee and leg. The left knee seems to be doing fine. I know the tension moves around. Standing is more of an issue now on my right. I was having a lot of discomfort in the joint, and that has shifted. Tightness lower inside of right leg and slightly behind the leg around the beginning of the calf muscle and down that area of the leg. I also had done the quad muscle exercise, and it seemed this may have activated the rest of the leg. I can feel inside the right knee some discomfort, but when I feel around the area with my hand, I can't feel it. It feels deeper inside the joint. It's getting colder where I live. Not sure if cold weather is causing some discomfort or not. We'll watch and notice. Thank you, Joan. Okay, Joan, good stuff. For the standing on the right knee, I'd like you to work with module 43. Work with module 43 when you're not standing. And when you are standing, work with modules 9, 10, 11, and 14. This is all in the pain pattern interrupt section. And that will change how the standing goes. Questions go. I would, especially when it gets colder, make sure you're wearing long pants. Those are good. Sometimes long underwear, even with sweatpants or whatever it is, it keeps the legs warmer. And then also use, this is in the supplements section. You go to the members dashboard. There is magnesium oil just for general relaxation in the legs, as well as Trameal when there is pain in the joint. That can help as well. All of that is in, you go to the members dashboard in the supplements area, and all of that is outlined in there. Okay, now we want to get, the joint line has shifted. Tightness in the lower inside of right leg and slightly behind the leg around the beginning of the calf. Okay. Let's do module. I want you to do the straight leg rotation, module 1A, see how that works. I'd like you to do module 2 as well. And then for the calf, I'd have you do module 42, down the calf. And let's see how that, from the knee to the ankle, do module 42. And let's see how that shifts where you're at and how that changes what's going on based on what you're sharing today. Module, what is it, one, which one is it? 1B? One straight leg rotation, 1A. That's going to help with that area that you're talking about deep in the joint. Module 1A and 2. Do the 42 down the leg, the skin twist, and continue doing everything else. And let's see how that shifts and changes what you're talking about today. What I said before in the intro is going to be even more applicable, especially when you get into pain. Like, I want you to go and enjoy your life, and I want you to have the tools to know how to get yourself out of pain when something happens like this. The faster we can get your knee into comfort after you experience this, the faster your neurology begins to adjust and shift. That's why these calls are so important, and why the more touch points we have, the more the body can get into comfort and integrate these changes. So it's kind of my thinking and philosophy behind offering both Quit Your Quack and Knee Club at the same time, because over a month's period of time, let me shut this off. Over a month's period of time, we have 10 touch points. We could have 10 times where we're touching base and seeing what you have going on with your knee, giving you solutions, direction, focus, clarity, and to continue moving forward. So that's my thinking and philosophy behind things. So the more you show up, the more you participate, the faster you get the insights and the integration of your nervous system. Okay, so I answered Joan's question. Carol has her hand raised. I'm going to unmute Carol. Hi, Carol.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Try again. I think now.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Oh, that's great. I had trouble last week.
You're back for more, huh?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
You're back for more, huh?
I'm back for more. I've been plugging away. You know, we could just talk if I just kind of kept that as a diary.
Sure.
So if you don't want to address this Facebook stuff, we could just talk. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
Tell me what you found out.
Yeah, so this just a little bit before I mentioned about the foot on the Facebook session, I mentioned about my foot, and what I meant to say was the pain is there in the morning, not when I'm doing the foot modules. It's just for the past 2.5 years, I have pain. Well, maybe 2 years. I have pain upon rising right below my ankle. I call it ankle, but it's really right below my ankle. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty intense. It's kind of like ever since I had back surgery, so I looked at it as neurological, but I'm not sure what it is. I've been to doctors, whatever, no help there. So that's the pain in the morning, and it kind of lasts throughout the day, but you know, like we discussed, like I'm used to that pain. It's like just like in the background, but the intense part is in the morning.
Okay.
So what I've started to do, so I do the bolster with my hips in the morning, and then I do the ankle module before I get out of bed, and just to see how that goes. And that helps, but the pain is still there. And my concern is like that pain, I called it on Facebook, pain walking in the morning, how it's affecting the rest of me, you know, for that 15 minutes until I loosen up. And it's, you know, I kind of equate it to like people who talk about plantar fasciitis and getting up in the morning and it's painful and then it's better. It's kind of the same thing with me, but it's like right below the ankle. It's that tendon rubbing on the bone below the ankle, you know, apparently my bone sticks out a little bit more than most people's, so that's it.
Got it. Well, there are 3 pain pattern interrupts I'd like you to work with.
Okay.
The more excruciating or uncomfortable a part of the body is, the more we want to slow down and create comfort in that area. And what happens is, I think of it like a pressure cooker. The more you hit that little release valve on a pressure cooker, the more it could bleed off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in the pot. And think of it when you're creating comfort, especially in an area that is extraordinarily painful, the more we can take a little bit of that pressure off and then hold it there, that is like the pressure release valve for the experience of pain in that area.
Got it.
So there are three specifically: Module 18, Module
Okay.
19, and Module 37.
Let me look at them. Let's see.
18 is with the heel,
Okay, I've been doing that.
19 is with the ankle, and 37 is with the fibula, which is the bone on the outside of the lower part of the leg that makes up both the knee joint and the ankle.
I've been doing that also, and I have to say the fibula float and the whole leg rotation, like, really helps a lot.
Great, great. So what I would like for you to pay special attention to
Mm-hmm.
is the patterns that are displaying in there. Meaning, like when you work with the fibula float, when you work with the fibula float, I wanted to make sure I am centered in the video because when I describe this, I don't want my hands to be like this.
Mm-hmm.
So the fibula, you can think of it like a pencil, and it can hold tension up and down, twisted like this, rotated like this, back or forward, or any combination of those. So you could think of it as this was totally suspended by rubber bands in all different directions, how it can hold tension that is pulling on the area of the ankle that you're saying hurts.
Yes.
Is that making sense? So you
Yes.
have the fibula. Now you also have the heel. You also have the ankle that play a role in the relationship to the fibula, to the ankle, to the heel bone that cause the way you walk to be painful.
Mm-hmm.
That this conglomeration, it's like rush hour at Spaghetti Junction. Everything gets kind of jammed up and it's
Mm-hmm.
trying to move, but in that movement, it's irritating the nerves, causing the pain. So we need to start creating comfort so one part can let go and another part can let go and another part and another part and another part. And this can happen because it fires at 286 miles per hour. It can fire very fast. However, when we have this big conglomeration of stuff, this could fire and let go. Oh, that was bad. This can fire and let go. This
Right.
can fire and let go. However, it needs to integrate with the rest of the body.
Yeah.
It's tied in with the calf and the shin and the knee and the hip and the lower back, because in order for this to be knotted up, the rest of the body has to hold a certain way. So you
Right.
can let go of one of those layers, but the rest of the body may take the rest of the day to integrate, and you may have pain in your lower back later that day.
Right.
And that's why it's important that we make the change and then create the conditions that support the body's ability for that integration to take place. Water, nutrition, breathing, mindset, that we're not going, oh, screw it, my back hurt, it's not working. That's when we double down, we create more comfort, which moves
Mm-hmm.
that place faster.
Mm-hmm.
So based on what you're telling me today, this is like the spaghetti junction of what's going on in your ankle. 18, 19, 37. Spend more time doing those patiently, slowly, creating comfort. Let it hang in that place. Let it shift and unwind, because you'll be in that place and it can let go very fast. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, the position moved, and I'm going to follow that a little bit. I'm going to hang there a little bit more. Oh, it shifted again. Look at that. Wow, the bottom of my foot really hurts. Hang there. Let it shift through that spot. And what will happen is the more time and comfort and the more you chase that comfort, the more your neurology is going, got it, got it, got it, got it. And it's integrating. So when you stand up, it's going to feel different. Like, whoa, the knee feels different. Whoa, the hip feels different. Oh man, look at my other hip's bugging me now. I got to talk to Bill about that.
Right.
So it's the process.
Right.
You got to
No.
zoom in and go, I get this part, but I got to tie it into the bigger picture. Mind, emotions, trauma, like I was talking about at the beginning of this, water, nutrition, breathing, mindset, stretching, exercise. It's a lot that goes into it. And it's not that we necessarily need all of those things, but we have those factors and those tools to draw on to bring those into the equation to know what Carol needs so she could play tennis without issues.
Right. So, now related to that, I module the bottom of the foot module seems to be very helpful too.
Oh, cool. Good.
So continue that, correct?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
that.
If I wasn't explicitly clear, if it hurts, don't do it. And if it feels good, do more of it.
Okay. So right. So here is my other question about that.
Yes.
So I think I explained to you I had foot drop prior to back surgery, and so this like everything's right side, knee, ankle, foot. Um, so I have like I said at one point I have like this chlorine, which is hard for a New Yorker to say, chlorine. Um, and I feel like that bottom of the foot is really addressing it. Like the changes that go on during, after are pretty incredible. Um, but here's the big question. When I'm doing like, the first two toes, I find like maybe my range of motion is like bigger in one direction, but I feel like going in the other direction is like what's beneficial. So going that direction.
I get what you're saying, but I need for you to define to me beneficial.
It feels a little tight, it's not painful, and then it loosens up.
You are going to create some level of looseness no matter what direction you go in.
Okay.
The direction that moves easiest, that's less tight, less tender, more comfortable, less painful, that's a direction
Okay.
that's going to
So
release
that
the
would be the greater range of motion.
right.
Okay. Got it.
So sometimes beneficial can be misinterpreted as like the hurt so good direction. Oh, I feel like I'm
Right, exactly. That's the hurt so good I was referring to. Yes.
right. So you'll affect a change, but on some level, the nervous system is going, okay, I'll go
Yes.
that way, but okay, it hurts so good because we've been trained to think.
Yes.
When we truly go to comfort, there is no effort.
Right.
It's like some relationships that we have. I could not talk to this person for 10 years, and the moment I get on the phone, I pick right back up exactly where we were at. And other people, it's an absolute struggle every time I see the phone ring. Right?
That's why we have caller ID.
They're both relationships. They're both relationships, family or otherwise. But what are you going to get more out of? What phone call are you going to get more out of as far as like feeling better and all of that? It's the one that is easy. There's no effort. And what we're doing is we're taking these universal principles that shine through in all other aspects of our life, and now we're applying it to our body and going, oh, I could use these same things that I recognize in relationships or job or friendships or family and apply it to my life or apply it to my physical body and get out of pain faster. How cool is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's to where I'm at.
Cool. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Oh, one other thing you mentioned. So we talked about module 12. Which, and then there was going to be some kind of assessment or.
Yes. Which hip is forward, which hip is back when you're doing it. With a piriformis thing, you're going to stick one butt cheek out, left or right. One of those is going to be more comfortable.
Right. Correct.
Which one?
So the piriformis
No.
problem is left, and I feel better when I go right. You're talking about like diagonally, right? Like the Elvis pelvis type
You're
one? Or
kind of like fine tuning with your pelvis. You're kind of going like this to figure out where it's most comfortable, where you don't feel the piriformis. And when you
right.
do that, your across your butt is going to be the right butt cheek is back,
Mm-hmm.
or the left butt cheek is back, the right hip is forward. You know,
That's it. The left butt cheek back, hip, right hip forward.
Great. So now we're fine tuning comfort. This is fine tuning to customize what's going on in your pelvis to get it to let go faster. The closer we get to optimal comfort, where the pain in your piriformis disappears, the faster your body's going to be able to bleed off the pressure in the pressure cooker.
Mm-hmm.
So, left hip back, that means I want you to do module 23 with your left hip, and I want you to do module 26 with your right leg.
Let me write this down. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Module
23 with the left hip, module 26 with the right leg.
one more time, I'm sorry.
Module 23.
23. Okay.
Hip, module 26 with the right leg.
Got it.
And just so you know, everyone else knows, all these calls are recorded. So if at any point in time you want to come back to it and go, what was he talking about? Because that's what, when I talked about trauma at the beginning, trauma does that. Trauma will take the Etch-a-Sketch and flip it over and shake it, and then all of a sudden it's like it's all gone. You're like, oh, it sounded good when he said it, but it doesn't make sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and go, what was he saying? Because I see it clearly. Like you're based on what you're telling me, the feedback you're giving me, I'm going, that's where comfort is. Right there, that place. You may not see it now because I'm showing you a glimpse of a new reality for your body to experience. And when we're seeing something we haven't seen before for the first time, it's hard to picture it because we have no reference point. And in order to establish a reference point, feeling it is the first piece. And then calibrating it with the words that I'm saying allows us to firmly establish the new reality we're trying to get to in the physical body.
Got it.
This is super high level stuff. Like, I'm really glad we got this recorded.
It's good. It's great. It's amazing how far I've come in a week. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And here's the thing. The reason why members can come so much further in a shorter period of time is because we're not causing pain.
Right.
If you cause, it's like, it baffles me why it isn't more evident. That's okay. Job security for me. I'm cool with
it. Right.
But the recognition that we're repatterning, and everyone's so used to the pattern of going to pain and going, gosh, I can't understand why I can't get out of pain.
Well, I have to tell you that, this is the type of thing I've been looking for years. I've been in and out of physical therapy, and I have to say it's helped, but we're chipping away with like physical therapy. They don't want to hear about another body part. It's like, you have this prescription for this body part. If this next body part is being affected, well, you better go get another prescription and we'll deal with that in isolation. And it's like, that never made sense to me. That never was what I was looking for. I was looking for the integration.
Right. And to their defense, It's a
No,
poor.
I am. I understand. Like I
Yeah,
said, I'm a speech pathologist. I understand, medical insurance and everything else.
they're in a game where they can only look through a tunnel. They got
Yeah.
to look at that specific body part, which
Yes. Yes. No, no. I have some really good friends who are PTs. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. So are we good? Did I answer all your questions?
I'm good. Yeah. Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're doing great. I'm like really pleased with how you've been moving along. That's awesome.
Yeah. I have to say it's time consuming. If you want to put in the time, you got to be dedicated and you have to put in the time and you got to, this is a means to an end. And we deserve it.
Mhm. Yeah. And I will, where you're at, you need to put in a lot of time because we're creating
Hmm.
new neural pathways. But once you get there, it's like, well, before GPS and you were finding a person's house for the first time, it took you like 4 times as long to get there because, well,
Yeah.
left or right. No, I got to go back and I got to go do this and do that. And then you finally get to their house. And then the next time you get there, you may only make 1 or 2 mistakes and
Hmm.
get there much faster. And then the third time you go there, it's like, bam, right to their house. You could
Right.
begin to do it just by memory because it's so easy to get there because you've done it. You created that neurological wiring. And it's the same thing where you're at right now. Initially, we're rewiring all of that ingraining of looking for pain, and now we're going to comfort. And in that place of comfort, it feels strange, it feels awkward. Like, what am I doing? Am I doing it right? Is it working? Why is this other place hurting? All these questions come in because we're learning the steps to have a different relationship with our physical body.
Yes. Yes, I get it.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to mute
Thank
you.
you.
Go. Oh, and Irene, I'll unmute Irene. Hello, Irene.
Hello, Bill.
How are you?
Oh, not too bad, thank you.
Good. Representing my British contingent.
Yes. We've got a problem here with Anne. We've just had a phone call,
Uh-huh.
and I have to pass on the message that she can't connect.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. She just rang before, so she's trying to get on. She's trying
Okay.
to connect. Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you
Yeah.
for letting us know.
Yeah, I've had quite a few good days this last 2 weeks.
Great.
Unfortunately, yesterday I fell back into pain in
Okay.
the meniscus area,
Okay.
which I haven't really had as intense for quite a while. So I did concentrate on the PPI for that.
Okay.
And today things have gone back okay,
Okay.
as far as that was bothering me. So I didn't lose heart. I just carried on with that and doing more of it more often.
Okay.
Whether I twisted, I don't know. Anyway, hopefully it's on the mend again. I've had quite a lot of pain in my lower back to the right side, which is the same side as the dodgy knee.
Okay.
And I've tried doing the pillar under the right side. Or is it number 23, that one?
Yes.
Where you do the pillar across the top of the legs, hips.
Yes.
But I've woke up with that pain most mornings. As the day goes on, it seems to go better though. It's
Okay.
when I've been led down, which is odd, isn't it?
What? Repeat that again, please.
I think it seems odd that it troubles me when I just waking up in the morning, and it seems to wear off as the day goes on.
Um,
I haven't got it later on in the day. It's really bad in the morning. When I,
right. Would you like me to share with you why that happens that way?
Yes, please.
Okay. when your body has a level of tension during the day that doesn't allow you to feel the pain.
Okay.
At night, your body relaxes. So as the body relaxes, now it's able to feel the pain. It's
Okay.
like the tide has come in and we can't see all the rocks underneath the water. But the moment the tide flows out, now we can see all the rocks. So it's where you experience the pain in the body when you wake up is where we're looking to create comfort. Where we're looking to create comfort so you can relax more. The idea, the more your body can relax, the deeper level of sleep, the deeper level of relaxation, the more awareness you get as a result of creating more and more comfort. So during the day, the pain that you feel in the morning is still there. It's just that something else is pulling tight so you don't feel it, if that makes sense.
Yes, yeah.
So if we dig into where are you feeling it when you first wake up in the morning, and what can we do that first thing in the morning or even before you go to bed to relax those patterns so you don't feel it in the morning.
Okay.
So go ahead and share if you'd like where that is happening for you.
What, where the pain is?
Yes, in the morning when you wake up.
Yeah, it's at the right-hand side, lower back, and it strikes through to the front.
Okay.
I'm just having a feel around now. I can't feel anything, but it's on a line with my hip bone, I would say.
Okay.
It's not in the spine, it's more to the side.
Okay.
I think it is with old intention, with my knee being sore, you know.
Right. What do you get more relief when you put the pillows underneath your hip when you're on your belly or on your back with pillows underneath your knees?
Well, when I do it at the beginning, when I just do it, it's really hurting. And then as I relax into it, the pain goes.
Okay, well, what position are you in when you do it?
Laid on my tummy with the pillows under my hips.
I'm curious if putting the pillows underneath your knees would allow it to release faster. Like there's nothing. Do you see what I'm saying? There's nothing to relax into. You're already relaxed.
Yes, I could try that.
Try that. And then I'd also like for you to play around with the number of pillows underneath the knee.
Is this when I'm laid on my tummy?
No, on your back.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so you're on your back, and you're on your back. You got pillows underneath your knees, and
Okay.
I want you to do a couple of things. One is actually several things. I'm getting a bunch of ideas here. I want you to play with the number of pillows underneath the knees. So one pillow, is it comfortable? Two pillows, is it more comfortable or less? Three pillows, four pillows, I don't know. This is what you tinker with. And then I also want you to work with the angle of the leg. So let's say both of your legs, you're looking at my knees, right? And I want you to have the pillows underneath the knees, but then I want that right one, I want you to work and pull that leg out to the side to the degree that would possibly relieve the tension in the lower part of the back.
Okay.
So now we're working at the angle of the leg, not only the height of the pillows underneath the knees.
All right, got you. Yeah.
I'm going to add one more. That's going to be module 38, the pelvis tuck.
All right.
So you could put another pillow underneath your tailbone in addition to the pillows that are underneath your knees. And it creates a slight tucking action underneath your pelvis, and then the angle of your knee forward and to the side.
Right, okay.
One more thing, just because I know you can do it. I want you to work with modules 9, 10, and 11.
Yeah.
While you're on your back. So you're on your back, the knees, the pillow's underneath the knees. You're working with the angle here. You got the thing tucked underneath your pelvis. And now you're going to work with the hips. So now these are no longer my knees, they're my hips. You're going to see by rotating the hips to see if that takes what's going on in your lower back away.
Right, okay, yes, I'll try that, thank you.
So it's a combination of 4 different pain pattern interrupts to find that sweet spot that allows the bleeding off of the pressure cooker.
Yes.
So like the idea is you wake up in the morning, you don't have pain. You just get out of bed. How cool would that be?
Lovely. So this is just in the evening, is it?
No, well, start it in the evening, and then also if it hurts in the morning, do it in the morning as well.
Okay, right, thank you. I will try that. Also, I don't think you'll remember, but about 3 months ago, I did trip, and I banged my good leg. Right, but I had complained before of feeling like the bones were loose in there, and I did pain pattern interrupts for that 34 and 36, which I think there is some improvement. I still do them. I'm still doing them. But the thing I've noticed now, the soreness has only just gone, really, when I touched the knee. Just below the knee, it was really sore to touch after the fall, like it was bruised for a long time. But now I'm noticing, well, I have been noticing for a bit, but I haven't mentioned it to you. It feels numb. When I touch it, it's quite numb.
Okay.
Me looking down at my knee, the outside, where it's fatty, you know.
The left knee, correct?
Yeah, the left knee, when I'm looking down, the outside.
Slightly above, slightly below.
Low on the knee, where you can get hold of, maybe it's me that's got fat knees, but you can get hold of some
It is on the
flesh.
outside, at the top of the calf on the side?
No.
Not that.
The knee.
Okay.
On the knee itself, but on the lower quarter towards the outside.
Okay, got
it. Yeah.
I got it. We'll get it.
It's just when I touch it, it just doesn't. I can touch all around and I can feel it, but that is quite numb. And it is where I landed on it when I bruised it, when I fell.
Okay. Let's have you do module 4 and module 6 in the pain pattern interrupt section in that area. And let's do those in a chair. I'm demonstrating those on the floor. Do those in a chair, and you could do them in a chair. There's no reason to get down on the floor if you have problems getting up. I wasn't thinking.
I usually do most of these. I just go and sit on the bed to do them.
Perfect. Yeah.
You know, and doing the foot ones. I usually put cushion under my leg because I can't get my legs down like you do. Flat on the bed. You know, I just prop them up. So that's okay, isn't it? Doing it in that position.
Props are absolutely acceptable and encouraged if you need it. If lack of flexibility in the hips or whatever.
Yeah, if I try and put the knee down, it hurts in the original place, the meniscus area on the inside of my right knee. You know, it hurts there when I try and press it down. So I kind of hold it up with cushions, and then I can work on my foot.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Good question, Irene.
I don't know whether Anne's had any success. She hasn't rung again, so.
Yeah, Ann will catch up. We had a chance to talk earlier this week.
Right, okay.
Okay. Thank you, Irene.
Thank you.
Okay. Going back to, let's see, where's the training here? No, those are the questions. Here we are with the training. Okay, so that ends the live Q&A. We have, once again, if you have questions about knee pain, send those in to customer service at thekneepainguru.com. Put in the subject line knee club. I'll answer those on the call, and referring to the modules in the virtual knee pain relief clinic as to what would help the most. So here's, change this format here at the bottom. Here's what's coming up. Monday, October 1st, which is just in a few days from now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, four or 5 days from now, we have our next Quit Your Quack knee pain relief in the Facebook group. That's at 4:30 p.m. on Monday, October 1st. Our next knee club call is going to be Thursday, October 11th at 12 noon Eastern time. And then just to everybody can put this in their calendar, we're going to do a live event in the Asheville area, February 22nd to the 24th. That's going to be next year, and that's February of 2019 here in Asheville, North Carolina. So if that is something that interests you to work in person, it'll be a 2-day live event where we'll dig into, it'll be a small group of people, probably going to limit it at 20, and we will dig into what you have going on with your knees, and it'll allow me to really interact in a dynamic way over a couple day period of time where we can see these things shift and change and set up the conditions and look at water, nutrition, breathing, supplementation, mindset, stretching, exercise, the whole 9 yards in that period of time. So something that you may want to put on your calendars, and we will revisit that. I will have more information as it comes available. So this is Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru. We're going to wrap it up for today. Once again, the next call is going to be Thursday, October 11th at 12 noon Eastern time. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks to Carol and Irene and all of the great questions that they had. It's really rewarding for me to be able to share the broader picture of how to get you out of pain, how to help you empower yourself with the knowledge and understanding of your physical body and how it really works. It's we aren't born with the operations manual, and we can get stuck trying to figure out how all the gears and levers work. Once you get it down and it gets down to basic principles, then it works really quickly, really fast, and I'm happy to be able to share that with you. So, Bill the Knee Pain Guru going to sign off for today. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of the week.